because he had some pop, or yeah, he had some pop. You know, ever since he stopped drinking that baby milk, whatever that was, he took fertility, whatever. Yeah, then they said it's something about some contaminated eggs or something like that, whatever the hell that is. I mean, that makes sense now to me. Why he's taking that. They say, well, he didn't mean to take it and all this. The hell out of here with that. He was suspended for some years, I believe. But you correct me if I'm wrong. But it was mainly like because he don't believe in himself. Anytime he steps up in a fight, the dude is scared. He's scared to death. I'm pretty sure he was scared in this fight. Because not only did he have to come down in weight, and cut muscle. Yeah, he had to cut through muscle.
Yeah, I don't think it's a fight that's going to do massive numbers, but I like the fight. I think it's exciting. I think at 147, Ryan's a big fight. I don't think Conor should be fighting at 147. I think, I like him up at 160 or up towards that weight class, but I don't see a way he beats Ryan Garcia at 147.
The minorities, people like us who understand boxing, we in the minority know this is not a good fight. This is a one-sided mismatch, and I think I would be shocked if Ryan doesn't knock him out in a one-sided fight.
But then you have Ryan, who I see him very focused. I see him determined and ready, and I hear he's looking great. He really wants this, so I think we're gonna see a hell of a fight. Maybe there's gonna be knockdowns with either guy, but this is really a fight of who really wants more.
Can't see him holding his own. Yeah. Let me come back to you in a second, Spence. Listen to Paulie Malignaggi had some things to say about the fight and Conor Benn. Listen to him.
Paulie, did you catch the Conor Benn fight? Did you catch the co-main event?
I did. You know what, guys? I'm done. I'm done with it. This guy's horrible. This guy's terrible. I don't mind watching Conor Benn. Like I don't mind him getting the fanfare. He's an okay fighter. Just don't start mentioning him at world-class levels. Then you start crossing the line. Because he's not your Jake Paul either. So it's not like I'm throwing him all the way on the other side. I'm not doing that. I'm being a very honest person here. He's an okay fighter, okay? But just don't start mentioning him with these world-class situations and world-class fighters. He talks about Shakur Stevenson and all this other stuff. His name belongs nowhere near those guys, okay? For the fanfare, okay, I get it. People start talking about him. He's got a lot of popularity, and I understand that's going to happen. But don't start mentioning him boxing-wise with these guys. All of a sudden, right away, we start seeing tweets and Instagrams about this Shakur Stevenson fight and everybody. Shakur Stevenson would beat him with one hand. I would beat him right now. I
didn't kind of needed with Conor already. I just spoke with him. And,
he's a big attention seeker. He's even to the right of me right now. He's probably going to try to do something or something. I don't know. He's just a corny guy. I'm not too worried about him because in the ring, I already know my skills are that much better than him. He could do anything. He could push me. He could try to slap me. I'm just too quick from, too clean from. He's not going to beat me.
He just told me that he's going to make you quit during the fight.
That's great.
What are your thoughts on that?
Please, make me quit. Make me quit. Please try. Because every time you come in, bow, 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 bow. I'm like, damn, how many times am I going to hit you? Bow.
Bro, take it easy.
He's already ugly.
I don't want that smoke.
He's already ugly. He's about to get uglier. Trust.
You seem very fired up. What does he have to offer in terms of threatening you in that fight?
He just got a good mouth, man. That's good promotion. He's just a big yapper. That's it. That's what's going to be.
He's not good enough to beat me. You think my man's going to beat me? You think I'm going to let a guy from the UK come here and beat me and take my belt? You lost your mind.
Listen, Ryan, calm down. You're having one of them little episodes. Calm down. I know you're getting all excited. But I'll come over there and smack them glasses straight off your face. You understand? I'll come over there and smack them glasses straight off your face. That's what I'll do. Sitting there.
You won't do. I promise you won't do.
Who won't do? Yeah, who won't do? Cool. Wait till I smack. And make an ass. Wait till I smack you quit.
Yeah, why?
Make you quit.
Hey, you won't make me the fight. Your dad knows you won't make me the fight. Your dad knows you won't make me the fight.
You quit. You have no heart.
All right,
you're not Mexican, bro.
I'll beat you the fight.
Conor Benn, Ryan Garcia seems like it's going to be announced. What do you make of that fight? And is there any sort of thing going on in the background with yourselves and Conor Benn?
Yeah, there's still a lot of legal questions that need answering, and we'll deal with that appropriately. But, in terms of that fight, I think it's a good fight. I don't think it's a big fight in America. I think it's a big fight in the UK. Obviously, Ryan's a big star in America. Conor's not. Ryan's a bigger star in the UK than Conor is in America, and Conor's a big star.
Something crazy and exciting happened today. The press conference. Ryan Garcia, Conor Benn. Conor Benn fluent in Espanol. Give us your reaction. What'd you think? The boys told me that you were tripping off of him.
Well, I'm telling you like this, you know what I mean? Like, for Conor Benn to really spend time trying to perfect talking Spanish the way he did, he's talking like a straight Mexican. He's talking like I talk Spanish, you know what I mean? So, you got to take your hat off to Conor Benn, you know what I mean? And he's getting into Ryan's head, and you know what I mean? I think it's gonna be a great fight.
What do you think happens with the matchup when these two get together? How do you think the fight looks?
I'm just gonna, I know both of them, and
how interesting of a fight? How exciting!
It's very interesting fight. It's a very interesting fight. Conor, can box, and we know that also, Ryan can box and use his legs and his boxing ability. So it's gonna be a chess match, you know what I mean? And I look forward to
Conor being in. No, people have asked me that. I didn't really feel any emotion, if I'm honest. Like, look, I didn't want him to look that bad. Honestly, like I'm not watching him going, oh, I hope he looks terrible. I want him to look well. I was a bit frustrated watching because I think he can be much better than that. I also think that down at that weight, I think he's got it in his head that he can make 47 and he can and he can make 47. But I don't think he's the same fighter when he's making 47, personally. But listen, he's had it off. I mean, fuck me. People are criticising him. Oh, he couldn't win a British title. He's not the best fighter in Essex. Look at what he's done. I mean, I would like to say that how I got him in that position is one of the greatest bits of work by any promoter ever to grace the world. By the way, he put the work in. I will always say Conor Benn works very hard. But me, on my tombstone, just right on the thing, I want to say, great guy, loving father, and what a job you did with Conor Benn. That will go down.
Ben, I got Conor Benn. I'm pulling for him.
Ooh, you got Conor.
Yeah.
You got Conor. What do you think that Conor does that can neutralize Ryan, the twitchy, powerful
that intensity.
Ryan
Look how
Garcia?
Ryan, Mario was like, oh, Ryan came from the jump.
Right.
If Conor Benn doesn't throw himself and doesn't get too overexerted and use too much energy like that first Eubank fight, I think he could press him, bro. Ryan, look, when you press him, Ryan be like this. Ryan be turning away.
Ooh.
I don't know. I would love to see, the Eubank, the Benn dynasty do something to that Garcia family.
That's gonna be a heck of a fight, man. So you picking Conor? Are you picking him by KO or are you picking him by decision?
I think he has to knock him out.
Ooh.
Get that belt, campeón, vamos. You got the raza support. I promise you, Mexican-American. Ya sé que yo no soy de México, pero hablo español muy bien. Y te apoya.
You can look him up on BoxRec. He got 5 stars next to his damn name. Like he's done something. And he ain't done it's in the fight with Regis Prograis, you can see, Regis was one of those guys that started late as well, but you can see the experience of Regis, start to show through. Now, Conor Benn and his team, made the adjustment and went down to the body of Regis and started to slow down and kind of take the fight out of Regis. However, Regis was in the fight. He was catching Conor Benn with some shit, and it's just the inexperience and, the low IQ of Conor Benn and not having enough experience to be at that elite level.
And we're hearing this fight with Ryan Garcia is imminent. Dana White at the press conference the weekend said it could be as soon as next week. What are your thoughts on that fight, both in terms of does it excite you, and secondly, what's your breakdown on it? Who do you think wins?
It doesn't excite me at all, really. It's none other than a big fight. It's a big commercial fight. Ryan Garcia's huge commercially, so is Conor Benn. Boxing ability wise, I think Ryan Garcia probably knocks him out. Unless everything's all good and all that, you know. But I think that Ryan Garcia is just a better boxer. He's quicker, he's sharper, he's got more experience in the game. I don't think Conor Benn has done well, has improved a hell of a lot. He's quick, he's stronger, he's bigger and stronger than Ryan Garcia. But going off that last performance, I don't think Garcia's got anything to worry about. I think Garcia probably knocks him out after that last performance.
Listen, both guys are very popular, and I think that's why the fight gets made. You know, business is business, right? So you got two guys who are very popular. Conor is very popular in the UK. Ryan is popular in the US, and probably worldwide with his YouTuber audience, his streamer audience. So I do think that, you know, fight makes sense from that perspective. I think you not make it, but as far as the kind of fight it's going to be a disappointment as a fight. I think it's a one-sided fight. I don't think Conor Benn is on that level. Call Ryan a YouTuber, call Ryan a streamer, call Ryan what you want. But when Ryan shows up focused, Ryan is still a world-class fighter, and that's for that reason. He owns a world championship. For me, Conor Benn is a guy who's placed there out of popularity. And unless you do the Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. route, where you rob half of the guys on his record and you rob them, this guy's never going to become a world champion, you know? And I think that, you know, this fight is popular for a lot of reasons, but ultimately, as a fighter, the people on the inside as a fighters, and we're in the minority, the people that actually understand boxing, the people that watch this fight, these two guys are so popular that the majority of people are going to bring, the majority of the people that gets brought to a fight like this, brings their attention to a fight like this, are not boxing people, right? So they're just going to watch it out of the curiosity because both of these guys are so popular, and that's why these kind of fights cross over.
You know, they had the back and forth. Like, I'm gonna knock you out, and Conor responds that Tank made you quit. Rolly and Luke Campbell dropped you. What you think of that fight if it happens now?
I think that's a great fight. But I think if Ryan go out there looking like anything like his last fight, I think he'll stop Conor Benn. I don't think Conor Benn is defensive enough. I like his intensity level, but his defense don't really have no defense. And Ryan's speed gives anybody problems. And then he could punch too. So I think Ryan stop Conor Benn on some real. I think all the 47-pounders are stopping. I think Brian Norman Jr. was stopping. I think Devin Haney was stopping. Whoever at 47, top, I think they'll stop him.
Is it the weight? Because he looked good against Eubank.
Yeah, I think it could be the weight, but also I think it's just his style. His style is not really that complicated. It's a simple style, and the things he do is simple. He jump in, jump out. You know what I mean? Jump in, jump out. It's like fighting a strong amateur. It's just like being in there with a strong.
Ben, for whatever reasons, is the #1 ranked challenger to Ryan Garcia's WBC title. All right, let's not litigate that right now. The WBC does incredibly crazy things with their rankings. I agree with you there. Before this fight, I talked to a lot of smart people in boxing that thought Conor Benn would beat Ryan Garcia, that thought Conor Benn's explosiveness would be too much for Ryan Garcia, who often leaves himself kind of in a tough defensive position when he steps back. He drops his guard, that chin hangs up in the air. After this fight, Sergio, I don't know how you can look at a Garcia-Conor Benn matchup and say that Ryan is the underdog. Ryan, who was on social media saying, bring that guy to me afterwards, has to be feeling confident if that's the fight that gets made at some point before the end of this year. All the welterweights out there were saying the exact same thing. Devin Haney is on social media. Shakur Stevenson, who is not a big puncher at 140 pounds, said he would be disappointed.
Is there any route for Conor in your mind? Because we saw Ryan have flat performances, the Rolando Romero fighting Conor, up until the move up to 160 and trying to come back down to welterweight when he fought Van.
There is that. Like, you've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's coming back down to 147. Well, it wasn't 147, 148 or 149, was it? Well, it was 150. It was it? Oh, well. I thought it was maybe a little bit lighter than that, but
He might have weighed in at 149, but it was contracted at 150.
Right. Okay. So he weighed at 149. But then it goes another. It's coming down for 160, and after having all them I don't know what to say, you know, because I might get a court case on my ass. But hey, it is what it is. He's done it properly. He's not looked as good. But it might be a case of his body adjusting to being so heavy and taking off that muscle mass. It takes a bit of time to adjust to losing that weight again and getting your body used to it and being at that weight and performing and with the training load and all that at that weight. So it's maybe just a case of that. You know, he's done it now. Hopefully he's been in the gym. I don't know what he's like. Hopefully he's still staying in the gym and he's not put on too much weight. And he can probably get back down to 147 then after that. So it's remain.
See, once again, you got to understand what I just said. Yeah. These fighters are not reestablishing themselves. They're taking the money, they're happy that they made a name, but they're not reestablishing themselves as real champions. It's up to Ryan to show up, to be a real champion and reestablish that name and not just live off the name that he previously has established. You see what I'm saying? Ryan has to take it serious. He has to...
Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn's upcoming clash has divided the boxing community, with top fighters, respected trainers, and experienced analysts all seeing the contest very differently. Some are convinced Garcia's lightning-fast hands and sharp timing will be the deciding factors, while others believe Benn's non-stop aggression could produce one of the sport's biggest surprises. Sergio Mora is confident Garcia will come out on top. In his view, the WBC champion holds key physical advantages with his height, reach, and knockout power. Mora expects Benn's forward-moving style to make the bout entertaining, but he questions whether the British contender can keep up with Garcia's hand speed or avoid the dangerous left hook that has finished so many opponents. Fernando Vargas, however, sees the matchup from another perspective. The former world champion believes Benn's durability and determination make him a genuine threat. Vargas notes that Garcia has shown weaknesses in previous fights and feels Benn could capitalize if he remains patient, targets the body consistently, and turns the contest into a physical battle where Garcia is forced out of his comfort zone. Carl Froch doesn't share that opinion at all. He believes the gap in class is simply too wide and insists Garcia is competing at a much higher level. Froch predicts that if Benn continues charging forward without enough caution, Garcia will eventually catch him with a fight-ending punch. Trainer Breadman also offered his assessment, reminding fans not to underestimate Benn's relentless pressure and unpredictable style. Even so, he admitted Garcia possesses the superior natural ability and overall talent, giving the American the edge heading into the fight. With respected voices across boxing unable to agree on the outcome, anticipation continues to grow. Everything points toward an action-packed showdown filled with dramatic moments. The only question left is whether Garcia's speed and power will prove too much to overcome, or if Benn can pull off a stunning upset and silence everyone who doubts him.